Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting the first annual recognition of achievements this December, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives to a spiritual act of kindness. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.
Good morning from the Wimbledon Spiritualist Church on this wonderful, cloudy, miserable day. But here at Wimbledon, we're relatively cheerful. I'd like to welcome our medium, Bill Hughes. Bill, welcome.
Thank you very much, Ray. Good morning, everybody. Nice to be here with you all.
So, friends, both here in the church, we've got about 12, 14 people, and on the virtual world, I welcome you all also. I'll remind you now, but I'll say next week. Next week, the church will be closed. We'll be broadcasting from our spiritual weekend. So that'll be a first for us doing that as well. Broadcasting live, but we will be broadcasting. So, friends, I would invite Bill now to open our meeting with prayer.
So good morning to everybody in church and also to all of our virtual congregation. But if you'd just please like to join me in the power of prayer right now. As we send out our loving thoughts to our divine source, Father God, Mother Earth, we thank you for bringing us all here close together this morning, whether that be in the physical or via the virtual. And through your love, we would ask for our loved ones in realms of spirit to draw their energies close by to me this morning. And through their love, allow me to deliver in my mediumship messages of truth, honesty, accuracy, love and light. I would ask for a blanket of protection to be wrapped around those who join us in church and those who join us online. A special blessing to be placed upon their heads and their families and their friends. Once again, we send out our loving thoughts to all those in spirit, asking them to draw their energies close by so we may have a wonderful, uplifting service. We ask of this in love and in light always. Amen.
Amen. Friends, keeping that prayerful thought together, let us pray for healing of mind, body and spirit. Pray for those whose names are deeply engraved on our hearts and our mind. I have a list here, and if anyone throughout the service wishes us to place the name on the list, please pass that along and I will add that to our prayer book at the end of the service. But this morning we're thinking of Shirley, Babs, Jackie, Kelly and Stephen, Mary, Jill, Amber and Joe, Tina, Andy, Claire, Eileen and Mark, Bradley, Anna and Nicole, Bernie and family, Kathy, another Joe, Pamela and both Pam, Guy, who was injured playing rugby yesterday and he was sent to hospital with concussion, Mark Lewis, Nick, Sylvia, Lauren and Peter. We ask that divine healing be sent to all those names that we have prayed for this morning. And I extend that love and healing to all the family and friends that are out in virtual world. May they be healed of mind, body and spirit according to divine law. So mote it be. Can we now all say together the serenities which will be on screen both here and in your homes? God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you, friends. We're now going to have the collection. While that's going on, there'll be some adverts being played for next coming week.
You're watching a divine service, broadcasting live to Facebook and YouTube. The show will continue after these short announcements. Tonight from 8 p.m. we have our VIP fledgling night with Moira Hawkins. Details about becoming a VIP can be found on our website. Tomorrow morning we have our show, Brunch with SPTV. This is hosted by Alison and Stace, that starts from 11 a.m. with guests, readings, discussions, workshops, and much more. From 8 p.m. tomorrow night, Matt and Kirsty host their Spiritual Questions and Answers show, with live oracle and mediumship readings. For more information on our broadcasts, schedule, and information about the presenters, please visit our website. That's it for all the announcements. I'll pass you back to Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you all very much. And I'd like to thank you in Virtual World who donated last week to the work of the church, and those last week who donated to the church and are donating here today. I'd like to extend a big gratitude of thanks to that. So, my friends, we're now going to ask to say a few names on screen. Before we do that, can I also remind everybody, both here in the church and out in Virtual World, that we are live on Facebook and YouTube. And if you're watching this on repeat, we're not so live. But at the moment, we're very live. So, friends, say hello to a few names on screen. Natalie, good morning. Chrissy and Dave Schatz, good morning from Cyprus. How are you both? Millie B, good morning and welcome. Thank you. Christine, good morning and welcome. Susan, good morning and welcome. Christine, good morning. Hope you enjoy the service. Good morning, Lazzie. Izzy. Again, another Susan, good morning and welcome. Teresa, good morning. I hope you enjoy our service this morning. Michelle Roberts, good morning. Have a lovely day. Lorna Aston, good morning and welcome. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Sharon Thomas, good morning. Hope you're well. Debbie Ace, good morning and welcome. Sarah Jane, good morning. Used to like your TV show with Doctor Who. Desiree Kami, good morning and welcome. Seashells, good morning. There's some wonderful unique names on here. Cheryl, good morning and welcome. Julie Caswell, good morning Julie, hope you're well. Sally Worker, good morning Sally and welcome. Hope you're well, looking forward to it. Well, I'm now going to ask Bill to do the reading. Afterwards, he will follow that with his address. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Ray. So, good morning, everybody. Lovely to be here at Wimbledon and also via our virtual link to all those of you that are watching at home this morning. Today, I decided to share a poem with everybody that I thought would be quite in-fitting. It's titled When Tomorrow Starts Without Me, and it's written by David Romano. When tomorrow starts without me, and I am not here to see, if the sun should rise and find your eyes all filled with tears for me, I wish you wouldn't cry the way you did today, while thinking of the many things we did not get to say. I know how much you love me, as much as I love you. Each time that you think of me, I know you will miss me too. When tomorrow starts without me, please try to understand. An angel came and called my name and took me by the hand. The angel said my place was ready in heaven up above, and I would have to leave behind all those I dearly love. But when I walked through heaven's gates, I felt so much at home when God looked down and smiled at me from his golden throne. He said, "This is eternity, and all I promised you. Today for life on earth is done, but here it starts anew. I promise no tomorrow, for today will always last. And since each day's the exact same way, there is no longing for the past. So when tomorrow starts without me, do not think we are apart. For every time you think of me, remember, I'm right here in your heart." And I thought that was such a touching, beautiful poem. And it really kind of like gives us the essence that although our loved ones may not be with us within the physical sense here on the earth plane, they are literally only a thought away. They've just gone through that door into the next realm. And we can keep the essence of our loved ones alive by holding them close within our hearts, within our memories. And for those of us that have the great fortune to be able to communicate with Spirit in the way that we do, it's our duty and it's our job to be able to bring through those messages of love and guidance and comfort from your loved ones that are up there in the realms of spirit. But you can equally do just as much as us mediums. And as I say, hold them close within your mind, hold them close within your heart. Talk to them as though they were still here, because they are. Although we can't physically see them, they are still around us. You know, you might get those little blemishes of soft touches that come across your face, or that build-up of energy that you can't explain where it's come from. Just always hold them within your heart, within your mind, and talk to them. It's almost like that invisible telephone, which you pick up and just have that chat. And sometimes, if you're really lucky, I'll share an experience with you all, because I want to lift the mood a little bit. I lost my own mum to Spirit about 2 years ago now, and I often have chats with her, and I often do get told off by her as well, which isn't anything unnormal really, because I was always in trouble when she was here. But it's really just capturing that essence and asking Spirit to give us that guidance every single day. It's for us to actually take that time out to make that communication and that connection with our loved ones that have made their journeys back home. And not to be sorry or to feel any sorrow, because they are in a much better place than we ever are. We're still down here and we're still learning our lessons right now. And I always use the word lessons. I never use the word mistake. For those of you that know me, it only becomes a mistake when you do not listen to those lessons that Spirit are presenting you, okay? But just hold them in your minds, hold them in your hearts, hold them in your thoughts, and every day just send up that gratitude to them. Thank them for what it was that they gave you in your earthly lives before they made their transition home to Spirit. And I hope that that has resonated, and I hope that that has touched each and every one of you in some way. And I'll say God bless each and every one of you, and thank you so much for listening to me. God bless.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much indeed. And you're true that your mum was a lovely lady.
Thank you.
And I know what it's like to get told off from your mum, because my mum's often doing it to me. And you knew mum, and she could be quite forceful when she wanted to. So, friends, we're now coming to that part of the service where Bill will bring the two worlds just that little bit closer. Please answer clearly yes, and say on the screen, if you're answering from virtual world, what you're saying yes or no to, so Bill can have a clearer understanding. And same goes for the church here. If you feel you're saying yes, please what you're saying yes to. And if anyone does get a message here, and I can also relate to you through the phone, through the virtual screen as well, if you need to. But Bill, I hand it back over to you, and have a good morning.
Thank you, Ray. So thank you very much. Once again, it's lovely to be back here at Wimbledon, and also to be serving everybody here online. Richard, I know that you will randomise comments whilst I'm linking with Spirit, so that I can be drawn to somebody in virtual land. But for the first instance, I'd like to start opening my first communication up here in church, if I may. I'm drawn to these lovely young ladies that are sat at the front of the church here this morning. So may I work with you two lovely ladies, please? Okay, let me hear your voices as well. Okay, thank you. Okay, don't be nervous. No, not at all. I'm just very conscious as I link with you both, okay, that I have the essence of another young lady that wants to join and stand behind you from spirit, okay? Now, whether or not this young lady was connected to you as a friend, she makes me also feel as though I want to be working on a sister link vibration. So if she wasn't a sister that passed over into spirit, then I know that she would have been a very close friend of yours that's passed over to spirit that would have been like a sister, okay? I feel with this young lady as well that my passing over into spirit hasn't been particularly long, okay? I feel as though it's relatively new here. Would this make sense with you, please? Okay, all right, then let me continue to work and then we'll see where we go with things from there. She presents herself to me, and I want to say that I'm very slim in stature as she stands behind you, okay? I've got very beautiful features on my face as well with this young lady, naturally beautiful features, okay? I don't feel or understand with her that there would have been a need for much makeup, okay? I feel as though I just present myself very beautifully, naturally. And I know that not only that would have been the case physically, but inside she would have been a very naturally beautiful person, okay? She gives me an understanding that I want to go into a J sounding name as well, because she gives me J as an initial to present. So whether that sits well with you, either of you or both of you, I'm not saying it would have been her name that would have started with J, but I do feel that J is of some importance, and I hope you can understand and take that. Okay. And you would understand that she was of a young age when she made her journey back home. Thank you. Okay, that's fine. Okay, as long as you can understand the information, that's great for me. I feel with this young lady as well that not only would there have been this inner beauty with her, but she would have actually been able to have touched people in so many other ways. I feel as though with this lady, as she links with me, okay, that she would have been very spiritually open. She would have been very spiritually minded, okay. I feel with her that she wouldn't have had one defined religion, okay? She would have been very broad-minded with regards to other people and the way that they lived their lives. Does this make sense with you?
I need to check it. I don't remember her that well.
Okay, my lovely. Then please do check that for me if you don't mind, okay? I'm asking her just to come a little bit closer to me now and start working with me with the present, okay? Because it's wonderful that I can bring this link and this communication forward for you, but it's also important that you can understand information that they're giving to me to work with, okay? So I'm asking her to give me something that's going to be relatable where you're concerned as well there, okay? I feel very busy at this moment in time as she starts to connect with me, and I feel as though I'm placing this around your life at this moment in time. I feel dogged down as well, you would understand, okay? It's almost as though there's too much that's going on. I feel that this is academic, okay? I don't feel that this is physical stresses and the physical struggles, you would understand. But I feel dogged down. I feel as though there's too much input that's coming in from all different angles right now. And it's all about being concise and making sure that we're planning our time effectively, you would understand, okay? It's almost like I want to put a schedule in front of you, okay? So I don't know if you've been doing this, okay? But it's certainly something that I feel you should be doing if you haven't already, okay? It's all about just mapping out those little areas of time where we can capture those extra 10 or 15 minutes that we have spare to channel that into where we need to go with our academic achievements. Okay, does that make sense with you? Okay, all right. I also feel as well that I want to change things around you in a working capacity. So I know that I'm going part-time because I'm here in part-time here. I don't feel as though I want to go full-time with you, okay, but I want to change things within a work capacity. So I want a complete, fresh, new start, you would understand. Good, okay. All right, okay. Can you also understand Dave or David around you as well, please, on the earth plane? Or indeed with this lady?
No, not this.
Okay, I'm going to hold him there with you. Please, as you say, double check and make sure that you can figure out this information. I don't like to leave any stone unturned, but I know that she just calls out the name David to me. Okay, let's see where else we're going with this lovely lady then. I feel with her as well that things would have been very sudden with regards to the way that she made her crossing over to spirit. I feel as though I'm here 1 minute and the next I'm gone. It was very quick transition with this lady making her passing. I don't feel the way that she works with me or understand with the way that she works with me that there was a build up to this. It's also very quick, also very sudden. Does this make sense with you?
I was very young. To me, it was very quick. I don't know whether that's actually what objectively happened. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, wonderful. Okay. Well, the purpose of this lady just coming here today, the purpose of her making this link and this communication with you is just to give you a little bit of a bolster. It's just to kind of like put you back on track somewhat. You would understand that we've just kind of like deviated from where it is that we should be going within our life's path, our journey, okay? And she's just here to kind of like give me a reminder that she wants to place you back on track, give you that little bit of a polite kick up the bottom, okay? And just reaffirm that, you know what, you have to continue to stick with it. You have to continue to work at it, because she would have been somebody when she was here within the physical that really would have worked at things throughout her life. And this is the essence that she makes me feel and understand that I need to be placing with you right now there, my darling, okay? Okay, so just before I send her back off up to the angels, I'm just going to ask for a parting gift for you, okay? Whether that be something physical that she's actually exchanged when she was here or something symbolic that she just wants to place here with you as well. Now, she gives me a very tiny silver cross on a chain that she wants to place around your neck, okay? I feel as though this is physical. I feel this is something that already sits with you on the earth plane right now, okay? And I feel as though this is a connection or a memory link vibration that she's drawing me to between the two of you. Does this make sense there? Good, okay. So please take her love, please take her message, her guidance, and I will say God bless you. Thank you so much for working with me. God bless. Okay, Richard, who is it that we've got online, please, with us this morning?
Zoe Brown.
So we've got lovely Zoe Brown, Ruth Townsend, Jacqueline Mercer, Christine Morass, Mia Thomas, Sammy Haley, Jenny Margaret Parsons, Mia Thomas, Millie B, Jenny Bennett, Wendy Watson, Jeannie Ros, Sarah Matthews. Can I go back to Sarah Matthews, please? I feel drawn to her. Okay. Sarah, I'm going to work with you. Sarah's watching via YouTube for those of you at home that are joining us this morning. Sarah, I feel very drawn to you, darling, as your picture came up on screen there. I know instantly that I've got the energies of a gentleman that joins me from spirit here this morning. He makes it evidently clear to me that I'm working on a father link vibration with him. And I need to acknowledge also that he would have been a grandfather when he was here in the physical on the earth plane, my darling, okay? For some reason, I'm hearing Jim, the name Jim being spoken to me, so I know that Jim must connect with him or connect to you in some way on the earth plane. Again, give us the feedback through the comment section on YouTube there, my darling, so I know I'm on the correct vein of the message as I'm working here with you. I know as this gentleman starts to make himself known to me, he actually wants to reduce me somewhat. You're welcome, my darling. He wants to reduce me somewhat, so he doesn't stand as tall as myself, and he doesn't, in fact, stand as big as me. I feel with this gentleman, as he makes himself known, yeah, your dad. Okay, thank you, my darling. I know that as he makes himself known to me, I want to stand around about 5'10" in height with this gentleman. Okay, I do know that he would have had enough meat on his bones, but he wasn't a big man by any means, you would understand. I feel with this gentleman as well that he gives me an understanding, gives me an idea as he's linking with me that there would have been some type of cancerous condition. Your dad is Jim. Thank you, darling. Thank you very much, Spirit, for giving me that name. I also feel with him that there was a cancerous condition that was evident prior to him making his journey home here, because he places a metallic taste within my mouth, and that's my trigger for understanding cancer when spirit can join their energies with me there. He comes close at this moment in time especially. He wants to draw my mind into the month of October for some reason. So when I work with months of the year, I know that I'm actually working with a birthday, anniversary or a passing that he wants to bring forward to the forefront of my mind there. Okay, I know that there would have been this diminishment with Dad before he made his passing, because he's just given me an understanding of weight loss that would have taken place around him as well there, my lovely. But you would also understand about me wanting to call you his angel, okay, because he talks to me about calling you his angel there, okay? And it's almost as though it's reciprocated, you would understand. So not only do you see him as your angel, but I feel within the physical there would have been this exchange of words. And again, do converse with us through the comments just to let me know that I'm on the correct vein of the message there for you, my darling. Okay, let's see where else we're going with him. I know that there would have been a number of siblings that would have sat around this gentleman.
Son's birthday and mum passed in October.
Okay, son's birthday and mum passed in October. Thank you, my lovely. Okay, I know there would have been a number of siblings with this gentleman, because he makes me feel as though my family is full, it's expanse, okay. And I know that I have siblings that are over in the spirit world with me, especially a sister, because he pulls the energy of a lady forward with him as he makes this visitation here with me this morning. Your dad was your best mate as well as your dad. Absolutely, absolutely. And it goes back to the essence of that message that I shared here this morning with regards to just holding them close within your heart and your mind always. Okay, but you would understand about there being a sister link vibration that connects with Dad. I feel this lady would have actually passed prior to he, because I'm just being told and made evidently clear that she was ready and waiting to receive him in spirit. Okay, it's almost like he would have spoken of this lady. Okay, he would have spoken of this lady coming in visitation to him towards the back end of his days in spirit. And she was there waiting. So again, please do let me know if that makes sense there for you. Okay, my lovely, where else are we going with this, please, my friend? He wants to bring forward for you the old NatWest money boxes, the NatWest Bank money boxes, the pig money boxes. No brother passed, no sister. Can you please understand then that there would be a lady that connects to him as a sister-in-law, okay? Because I feel that this is a very strong sister link vibration that's going on here, please, my darling. NatWest money boxes, pigs, you know, the family of pigs. He's bringing them to the forefront of my mind here, so I know that this is some type of memory association that he wants to bring forward. As well as that, as he's working on the link with money here with me, he actually shows me one of the old-fashioned glass bottles that we would have had whiskey in, the big ones, and I'm filling that up with coppers and coins as well, please, my darling. Again, he just wants to bring forward as a memory there for you. Okay, I'm just asking him what's the purpose of his visit, why he's come to visit you here today, why he's come to have a chat there with us. Okay, all right, okay. I feel at this present moment in time that we're lacking direction, okay? We're procrastinating of where things are taking us within life, okay? It's almost as though you're asking him for this direction. You're almost asking him for this guidance, because he's showing me a crossroads. He's showing me a crossroads. So I know that you're procrastinating with regards to, do I go left, do I go right, if this makes sense with you, okay? So I know he's just bringing his energies close by here this evening to give you the reconfirmation, the reaffirmation that, you know what, whatever it is that gut's telling you at this moment in time, take it, understand it, and go with it, okay? Don't listen to the first brain as we know it within our skull. Listen to that brain within your gut, okay? Lol, yes, whiskey bottle full of coins. Thank you very much indeed for confirming that for me. Okay, can you also understand as well, please, my darling, why he wants to show me a wagon wheel here as well, okay, an old-fashioned wagon wheel. What we would have seen on the old-fashioned Romany trailers, the gypsy caravans, okay, because he just brings that forward into my mind. So I know that there must be some type of travelling links that run through the bloodline of the family that he just wants to make evident there for you. Okay, you're saying yes, totally understand. That would be with regards to not knowing which direction to take, okay? But again, just go within and follow what it is that the gut's telling you to do. That's what he's given me here to pass forward. Okay, just before I let him go, I want to get you a parting gift, and I'm also very patiently waiting to see if you can understand about this wagon wheel link connection that he's just brought forward there for you as well. Okay. You would understand the reason why he just places the taste of fudge in my mouth, and it's West Country fudge. It's almost as though he's taking me down to Cornwall and he makes me want to buy this in Cornwall, okay? So I know he's taking me down there for memory link associations again, as well as the love and the taste for the fudge as well, my darling. So I'm going to leave his love with you. I'm going to say God bless you. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity of working with you both. And again, we'll just wait. Yes, there are traveller links in the family. Perfect. Thank you very much, my darling, for confirming that. Take the fudge links. Take the links where I want to take you down to the West Country, to Cornwall as well. And I'll leave his love and say God bless you. Thank you so much. Okay, right. I'm going to work back in church now, if I may. Where is it that Spirit are guiding me? At this moment in time, over to this lovely lady in the camel-coloured top. Good morning. How are you, my darling? Good. Okay. I've got a lady that stands behind you who presents herself here. I feel this is a mother link vibration that just steps forward here. This isn't mum. It would be mum's mum. I'm on mum's side of the family with her. You would understand. Okay. She talks to me in a completely different dialect and tone. A different accent, you would understand, okay? I know that English would not have been her mother tongue. I know that this would have been a second very broken split language with this lady as well, as she starts to give me a little bit more information about herself. You would also understand with this lady that she wants to take me to very humble beginnings with her within her life, okay? I know with this lady that there wouldn't have been plenty. She's talking to me about there wouldn't have been plenty, so I know there would have been hardships throughout this lady's life, okay? From a very young age, you would also understand as well, please, my darling, okay? As she stands behind you, I feel as though I want to be a little bit more fuller-figured with this lady as well. I want to be shorter as well, okay? And I know that I've got long hair with this lady, okay? And I know that I've got those brushes of grey that actually start to come through as she presents that to me. However, I do feel with her, and I do understand that I want to tie my hair back somewhat with her because I don't want it all free-flowing and in my face, you would understand. Does this make sense with you? Good, okay, thank you. All right, okay. I want to live down by the shoreline. I want to be taken down close to the shoreline with this lady. So I know that there would not be too much of a distance to travel down to the shoreline of where this lady takes me, okay? And it's almost as though what she makes me want to understand here as well, as though there would have been many miles to have travelled by foot, okay? For the provisions that was needed for the family here, okay? Can you understand why she's taking me down to the shoreline, however? Okay, I need to work on that symbolically then and understand why she's doing that with me. I'll put it on the shelf for the minute because she's still giving me a bombardment of information that I want to be bringing forward, okay? What she does talk to me about is her loved one. I feel that she would have stood alone for some period of time without her loved one. I feel her loved one would have gone over to spirit prior to her, and she would have had to have stood alone for a long period of time. It's almost as though what she would have done was played the role of two people here. Does this make sense? Your dad's mum. Okay, all right. My misunderstanding, I thought I was on mum's side of the family, but a very strong maternal vibration this lady joins with me, okay? But you would understand about that loved one going over into the spirit world before her and her having to stand alone for a long period of time. And there was many that she had to raise as well. Thank you, okay. Very simplistic, basic meals this lady would make, but very, very flavoursome as well, because I'm getting a beautiful arrangement of herbs and spices that are just coming in underneath my nose here. I know she would have stretched things out somewhat with meals so that it would have fed all mouths as well, okay? And I know with this lady as well, for some reason, she would have been fond of oh, sorry, excuse me. She would have been fond of wearing very dark clothing. Okay, I feel that this was very evident for quite a long time throughout her life. Black clothing and headscarves as well, you would understand with this lady. Does that make sense? Thank you. Okay. All right, I'm just asking her why she's come to have a chat here with you this morning. Okay. I'm hearing the clinking and the sound of the keyboard that she wants to place around me with you at this moment in time. So I know we've got a lot that's going on at the minute where we're online, or we're having to work online with you, okay? I feel as though what I want to be saying to you is it's time to actually define when we need to stop, okay? Can you understand? Because she gives me great understanding and essence of feeling that like you're overworking yourself. You're just constantly going. You're not defining a clear start and stop time here. Does this make sense with you? Okay. I know as well that I just want to send a little bit of healing out to you, because she wraps you up in blue at this moment in time. She shows me the blue colour being wrapped around you. And this is for the physical elements of healing. I don't want to go upstairs into my mind. I want to heal you physically, because at this moment in time, I just feel a little bit worn out. I just feel a little bit drawn. Okay, I feel a bit achy. You would understand the change of the weather hasn't been very good. Okay, yeah, that's what it is that she's doing with me. It's almost as though the cold is starting to get into our bones somewhat, and we're beginning to ache. So please take that healing that she just draws forward for you at this moment in time there, my lovely. Okay. Just before I send her back off up to the angels, I'm going to get your parting gift for you, if I may. Okay. Do you know, she's very simplistic with her gifts. She's very simplistic with the way that she works with me as well. She just draws forward a jug of water. She talks to me about water being the essence of life here. She would have been very philosophical with the way that she would have shared her experience and her knowledge throughout life, okay? And she's talking about water being the essence of life. Whether or not you need to be drinking more water, we don't, you know, we're not doctors, so we don't dictate any medical type of issues, but I know that she just brings water forward for two reasons, okay? I want to be drinking more, but also water is the essence and the purity of life. And she's just talking to me about loving life, falling back in love with life again. And I want to be placing that around you and hope that you can understand what it is that she means by giving me that information. Good, okay. I'm going to leave her love with you and say God bless you. Thank you for working with me. Thank you. Okay, Richard, could you please randomise the names on screen, please?
Petra, Christine and David.
So Petra, Christine, Millie, Nicola, Humphreys, Lorraine Chartrand, Wendy Watson, Marianne Camp, Karen King, Kerry Setchell, Lowles Emmett, Michelle Roberts, Desiree Carmi, Caitlin Jackson, Sam Haley, Zoe Brown, Millie B again, God bless you, Jenny Bennett, Sarah Jane Bruce, Laura Payne, Hallie's House 13, Seashells, Natalie Ann Salter, Stace Shaw, good morning to you, Jamie Lee Watson, good morning, Tina Christine Lacey, good morning, June Malkin, hello June, Emma Butler, Lorraine Chartrand, where am I going, Spirit, come on, Pamela Watson, Julie Rampton, Sharon Thomas. Sharon Thomas. Sharon Thomas, please. Can I have Sharon Thomas back up on screen, please, Richard? Thank you. Okay. Sharon, I'm coming to you, my darling. I feel I've got the essence of a lady joining with me again. First thing she's doing is taking me into my throat, this lady. I want to clear my throat with her. It's almost as though she's imposing a condition upon me at this moment in time, okay? I know there must have been something that was evidently going on around this lady prior to her passing within her throat area, okay? I feel with this lady that I'm working on a grandmother link vibration because I'm hearing grandmother being called out to me. She steps forward, she works with me, she comes a little bit closer there. I want to be fairly short with this lady as well. She stands beside me here, short, and I want to be fuller in figure as well because she's just taking me down and she's expanding me out, God love her. But it's this throat condition that she's just placing upon me that I can't let go of at this moment in time. Please converse with me. You would understand with this lady as well that she would have been very, very she would have been very, very forward with the way that she would have spoken to people. Okay, this lady wouldn't have held back. She makes me understand that if there was something that needed to be said, she would say it. But once it's said, it's over and done with, it's gone, it's finished. Okay, so converse with us, Sharon. Please place your comments up in the comments box there, so I know that I'm on the correct vein of the message with you there, my darling. Let's see what else I'm getting with her. Your Nana. Okay, thank you, my darling. This lady as well, you would understand, wasn't very keen on wearing shoes that were closed around the foot. I feel as though my feet are exposed with this lady. I feel as though I'm just slipping my feet into almost like flip-flop sandal type of shoes. Forgive me for the description, but I'm a man, so we don't always get it right. But I know that my feet are exposed with this lady. I don't want them to be confined. She loved everyone. Ah, bless her, bless her. Okay. There's a reason why my feet aren't closed in as well, because my feet feel puffy at this moment in time as she's working with me. She conjoins her energies a little bit closer here. Okay, but I feel as though I want to bring this into the present. I feel as though I need to be understanding this being something that's going on around you at this moment in time there, please, my darling. So do let me know if you understand what it is that she's doing with me and why she's doing it in that way. Okay, I know with this lady as well that she would have actually have been like the life and soul of the party. She would have actually have been the light bulb that pinged on and brought and shone in everybody's lives. I don't feel with her, although she would have been very direct, I don't feel with her that, you know what, there was a bad bone within her body. I don't like liars, she tells me, as she's giving me this information. So I know that there's something going on around you at this present moment in time where somebody's not being honest or truthful, and it doesn't sit well with you as much as she, you would understand. So it's almost as though the apple's not fallen too far from the tree here, she makes me understand. Again, just give us your feedback. No, sorry, can't take that, but my mum is still here, does. Okay, all right, forgive me. Sometimes we don't always get it bang on and perfectly right, but as long as you can understand the reason why she's given that to me, then that's absolutely fine. Okay, what else have we got? Okay. I know I want to be quite chintzy with her as well. I know that she places little hand-stitched doilies in my hand. And I know that she would have loved a tablecloth as well, this lady, because she just talks to me about her tablecloths as well. So I know that she's taking me into her home. I know that she's making me feel very proud of her home and her surroundings as she gives this information as well. Can you also understand why she wants to take me to an old-fashioned Polaroid camera, please, because she's just placing it in my hands here and she's making me want to take Polaroid photographs. Okay, I feel as though this is something that's just been revisited, or indeed this is something that she's taking me down memory lane, that you can understand why she's doing so. As you're saying yes, darling, just elaborate a little bit, because it helps me as a medium understand what you're saying yes to. If there's some information that you're not understanding, then I need to work harder to understand why I'm being given that, so that we can be a little bit more concise. So just be a little bit more elaborate if you would, please. But yes, I'm taking these Polaroid camera photographs. But it's almost as though what I want to say is capturing the moment. And it takes me back to that scenario that she's just played out in my mind with regards to not liking liars there. Okay, my darling? So I hope that that sits well with you and you can understand exactly what it is that she's given me there as well. I want to place, I'm saying I want to place rollers in my hair. I want to place rollers in my hair with this lady. So I know that she would have loved her hair rolled up, okay, but with the old-fashioned style rollers that would have been of different sizes, she shows me here, with the old-fashioned V pins that would have held them into the top of my head, okay, so she just brings that forward there as well for you, my lovely. I'm just going to ask her if there's anything else that she wants to share here with you. You would understand that she was like, within life, she would have been in and out like this. She would have come in, she would have said what needed to be said, then that was it. Away she went. I feel as though, although she would have loved to have been in the company of others, she would have also very much have liked her own company as well. Yes, you used to do her hair. Perfect. Okay, thank you very much. That's the reason why she's bringing that association, that link forward there. Again, as a memory. Okay. She gives me a Yorkie bar to give to you as well. I love working with food. I've put on about 3 stone since lockdown. She just brings forward a Yorkie bar there for you. So I know that there must be something symbolic or an understanding with regards to the Yorkie bar chocolate that she wants to share as a gift there for you as well, my darling. But she's just wrapped things up as quick as she's come in. That's it, she's done. She's happy with what it is that she said here. She's leaving her love with you. Going to say God bless you. And thank you so much for giving me the opportunity of working with you. Thank you so much, Sharon. God bless. Okay, right. I'm going to go in church again, if I may, please, Producer Richard. I want to work with this lovely lady that's sitting in the centre of the church here. Hello, my darling. How are you? Val. Hello, Val. I thought your name was Val, but I'm not that much of a psychic. Val, if I can work with you, please, my lovely. Okay, because I've got the essence of wanting to connect you with a real loving vibration of a gentleman as he steps forward here and works with me. And I feel the essence of him. And as I feel the essence of him, I know it's really important for me to be saying to you that you feel the essence of him as well, okay? And that's the way that he works on that vibration there with me, okay? You would understand about him stepping forward and conjoining his energies with you from behind, especially, okay? Because that's the way that he's starting to work and communicate here with me this morning, okay? I want to say that I feel I'm a very soft gentleman, okay? I feel as though he's got a really beautiful, soft energy as he connects here with me, okay? And a great understanding, again, of everything spiritual, okay? Now, whether that be he's made his journey back home and he now understands that, or whether or not that would be prior to him making his passing, but I know that I have a great understanding of everything spiritual. And I feel that this is down to you. This is the acknowledgement down to you and all of the education that it is that you brought forward with regards to your own knowledge of spiritualism. Does that make sense? Good. Okay. I'm very neat, I'm very clean, I'm very tidy with this gentleman, okay? I know that I can smell the old-fashioned soap bars with him, okay? I know that he was very fastidious in the way that he presented himself, but I know that I have to say that a lot of that was down to you as well, okay? So that comes forward with lots of love and lots of acknowledgement there for you as well, my darling, okay? I just like my shirts pressed nice and neat. I've got my trousers. For some reason, he keeps me on my belt. Okay, so I know I need to acknowledge my favourite belt with this gentleman, although it would have been tatty and almost breaking at points, you would understand. I need to acknowledge that favourite belt. Does that make sense? Good, good. And that's still here, please? Okay, all right. I just feel as though I've still got it here. I've still got something here because I feel as though as he chats away to me here, I want to finalise the last remaining bits, if that makes sense. And I want them to go on and do good elsewhere, because this is what this gentleman would have been like in life. He would have liked to have seen others achieve, and he would have helped others in whatever way it was that he could. So you would understand about these last few items being passed on to charity, okay? Okay, my darling, then please just do take that with the love and the understanding that he brings forward there for you, okay? Can you understand why I want to go into the month of March, please? I hear March being called out to me.
It's my dad's birthday.
Thank you. Okay. When I bring months forward, it's anniversaries, birthdays, or passings, not necessarily directly linked to the individual, but I know that I just want to be sharing that information there with you. Okay. I feel as though I need to acknowledge a K-sounding name here on the earth plane with a gentleman. So a Keith or a Kevin, I feel as though I need to be bringing forward here. Does this make sense to you? Okay. I don't like to give something that I can't pass over, but that's what I'm hearing, Keith or Kevin. But I know that I'm still here within the present. I know that this isn't within the spirit realms. Okay, my darling. Can you also understand as well with this gentleman, please, that he would have been very well self-educated? Okay, I know that this gentleman would have been a great source of information, but he would have also looked up the information that it was to kind of like educate himself further. I don't feel as though he would have been very fortunate to have had great educational beginnings. Okay. Yeah, I just feel as though he would have really self-educated and very knowledgeable as well. I do want to share my knowledge, so whether or not I'm acknowledging that he would have been somebody that would have, I don't want to put him in a teaching capacity by any means, but you would understand about him having that stance of almost being teacher-like when he was conversing with people and showing them. He did teach at one point. Okay, then that's my bad. I should have listened rather than tried to dissect the information. Good. Okay, so again, just understand the reason why he just works that way there with me. And I want to go back in time. It's almost like he wants to take me back in time, and he wants to give me one of the old-fashioned minis. He's showing me an old-fashioned mini. Does this make sense? That was his first car. Okay, thank you. Because I know that he just wants to bring that forward, and it's very well polished, and it's got all of this shiny silver bumper that I'm very, very proud of. And I don't like the fact of there being an ashtray within the car either. Okay, so I know that there's something that sits within with regards to smoking that I'm not liking. Does that make sense? Good. Okay. All right. Can you understand as well, please? Okay. Can you understand as well, please? Can you understand about sorting out the electricity? Because I'm saying to him, I'm not going to dissect this bit of the information. I'm just going to give it as you say it to me. Sorting out the electricity. Okay, as long as you can take it, that's fine. I know that just as I close my eyes and I see the outline of you within my mind's eye, I also see the outline of him stood behind you. Okay, so I know that he just comes forward with an abundance of love for you there, okay? And I know that he just wraps you up somewhat at this moment in time. So I feel as though we've just got a little bit of upliftment that's very much needed around you at this present moment in time there, my darling, okay? And just before I send him back off, he just leaves and places into my arms, God love him, a beautiful bunch of pink spray carnations that he wants to leave with you. Okay, and pink for me, as a colour when I work with it spiritually, is a vibration of love. So I'm going to leave that with you and say, God bless you and thank you for working with me. God bless.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, okay.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Bill. Thank you for a very lovely service here this morning. and I hope you both here in the church and online enjoyed our service. I'd like to remind everybody next week we're totally virtual. We will be at our Spirit Seeker weekend at Bournemouth, and our service will be conducted from Bournemouth on a Sunday morning, roughly 11 to just after 12 o'clock. And usual similar format to what we have here on a Sunday. And our medium, I believe, will be Mary Ward and probably a couple of others, maybe even Ashley Robinson as well. So thank you all. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Looking forward to the coming events. Mia Thomas is saying thank you for a lovely message today. Friends, I bid you a good morning. I will ask Bill to close our meeting with prayer. And those who are here in the church, thank you, Millie. We will have a cup of tea afterwards. Bill, we'll close our meeting with prayer.
So thank you, everybody. If you'd all just like to join me in the power of prayer, please, as we close today's service. As we send out our loving thoughts, our energies, our gratitude to Divine Spirit, Father God, Mother Earth. We give thanks for the proof that the eternal soul truly does live on. We give thanks and love to all those that have joined us this morning with messages of love, guidance and comfort. We ask that the doors of this church remain open and continue to be a beacon of light, guidance, comfort and healing to all those in need. We give thanks to Richard at Spiritual Productions TV. We also give thanks to all of those in the congregation in the physical and virtual for joining us here this morning. We send out love and healing to all those in need at this moment in time around our world. And we would ask for the surplus energies that have been built up during this morning's service to be sent out to the four corners of Mother Earth so it may be used in the goodness of all human life, animal life and all living creations. Again, we ask for this to be done in love and light always. Amen.
Amen. Once again, on behalf of the Wimbledon Spiritualist Church, I thank you. I thank Richard James for his productions this morning. And please remember, try and keep in contact with Spiritual Psychics TV, because it is bringing spiritual people a little closer and together. And it's very good in those times when you're perhaps feeling down or a little bit alone. Go on to one of the previous services here at Wimbledon Church, or one of the so many other meetings that Spiritual Psychics TV does. Both my son Ashley does a show on spiritual. Bill does one being Collective Consciousness, CC. So it's a wonderful way of keeping your spirits up and keeping yourself in contact with the spirit world and everyone. Everyone on both here in the church and on virtual world, good morning, God bless you. Until we meet again, hopefully at Bournemouth next week. Goodbye, friends. God bless.
Spiritual Psychics TV. Online. Spiritual Psychics TV isn't just an online broadcasting service. We also offer many features via our website. SPTV offers a unique directory that uses geolocation to find your nearest reader or venue, just by using your postcode. The Academy section allows anyone to upload and create their own spiritual courses within minutes. For those who like to read, then our online magazine area will offer just that. The SPTV shop enables anyone to start their online shop, be it to sell used or new items. You can also find our schedule and information about our shows.
Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.